Do you have a must-have item? It's the mobile phone. Today, every person in the world has a phone, even a small child. But did you know that the mobile phone you are using has a long history of 50 years? So in today's video, let's talk about the broadcasting of the mobile phone that you and I use frequently. First of all, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. So without further ado, let's get to today's video. The incredible journey of mobile phones. Have you ever wondered how we went from using giant, heavy mobile phones to the slim, powerful smartphones we carry today? The story of mobile phones is one of the most exciting technological journeys of the last 50 years. From the very first mobile call to the world of apps and smart devices we live in today, mobile phones have changed our lives in ways we could never have imagined. Let's take a trip through the history of mobile phones and see how they became what they are now. The first mobile phone. A game changer. The mobile phone was born in 1973 when a man named Martin Cooper, an engineer at Motorola, made the first ever mobile phone call. The phone he used was massive. It weighed over 2 pounds and looked more like a brick than anything we'd call a phone today. It was called the Motorola Dynatac, and it took 10 hours to charge, giving you only 30 minutes of talk time. Can you imagine carrying that around? When the Dynatac finally hit the market in 1983, it was groundbreaking, even though it cost around $4,000 at the time. People were no longer tied to landlines and could make calls on the go. This was the start of a new era, the rise of feature phones. Smaller and more affordable. As we moved into the 1990s, mobile phones became smaller and more affordable. Companies like Nokia and Motorola were at the forefront of making phones that people could actually carry in their pockets. These phones were still basic compared to today's standards, but they were reliable and easy to use. One of the most famous phones from this time was the Nokia 3310, launched in 2000. It was known for being nearly indestructible. You could drop it and it wouldn't break. It had long battery life and was the first phone that let many people send text messages to their friends. It even had a simple game called Snake, which became a huge hit. This was the era when mobile phones became a common sight. The smartphone revolution. Everything changed in 2007 when Apple introduced the world to the iPhone. It wasn't just a phone, it was a mini computer that could fit in your pocket. The iPhone had a touchscreen, which was revolutionary at the time. There were no physical buttons like the phones before it, and it combined a phone, a music player, and a web browser all in one. This was the start of the smartphone era, and it changed the way we used mobile phones forever. No longer were phones just for calls and texts. Now you could browse the internet, take good quality photos, listen to music, and use apps for almost anything. Soon after, other companies like Samsung and Google followed suit, creating their own smartphones with Android operating systems. The rise of apps. A world of possibilities. In 2008, the App Store was launched, and this is where the magic of smartphones really took off. Developers could now create apps for everything, from games to social media, fitness trackers to weather apps. The possibilities were endless, and this changed how we interact with our phones. Social media also exploded during this time. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and later Instagram and TikTok became central to how we use our phones. We could connect with people all over the world, share pictures, and even live stream events. Mobile phones weren't just for communication anymore. They became a key part of our social lives, entertainment, and productivity. Today's smartphones. Powerful portable computers. Fast forward to today, and smartphones are more powerful than ever. They're not just phones anymore. They're powerful computers that we carry in our pockets. Phones like the iPhone 15 or Samsung Galaxy S23 can do things that would have been unimaginable even a few years ago. They have cameras that can shoot high-quality videos, screens that make watching movies a pleasure, and the ability to run apps that handle everything from banking to video editing. We now have phones with 5G connectivity, making internet speeds faster than ever. They're not just communication tools, they've become central to how we live our lives. We rely on them for everything from navigation to shopping, work, fitness, and entertainment. The future of mobile phones. What's next for mobile phones? So, what does the future hold for mobile phones? We're already seeing exciting innovations like foldable phones and virtual reality being integrated into smartphones. Some phones can now be charged wirelessly, and we're even hearing about phones that might be able to project holograms in the future. As technology continues to advance, mobile phones will become even more integrated into our daily lives. Who knows what new features and innovations will come next? But one thing is clear, mobile phones have already changed the world, and they're going to keep shaping the future. From the bulky Motorola Dynatac to today's sleek and powerful smartphones, the evolution of mobile phones is an incredible story of innovation and progress. They have gone from being a luxury item to something we all depend on every day. Mobile phones have not only changed the way we communicate, but also the way we live. And the story of mobile phones is not over yet. The future promises even more exciting developments, and we can't wait to see what's next. With the development of technology, the mobile phone is an indispensable tool for us in the modern world. Everyone should use the phone, but it should be in a way that does not interfere with our daily work and for the efficiency of our work. Also, if your child is given a phone, as a parent, you should be more concerned about the children. That's my advice. So what do you think of today's video? Be sure to comment below. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, subscribe and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Hope to see you in a new video. Goodbye for today. Good day, everyone.